I can't believe this night's finally here. It's just, wow. I'll try not to get a little, but it's a tremendous honor to be inducted this evening along with the other inductees who are so well deserving. First of all, I'd like to put out a few thank yous, of course, the Hall of Fame Board of Directors, Mary Conroe, who is here this evening, her mentorship and guidance over the years, and introducing me to pickleball many years ago. I'd like to thank my pickleball, as I call them, my pickleball peeps, that all came here tonight to support me. It's been a great journey with all of you. We continue to support and make each other better. My golf peeps, we may not be getting any better, but we sure have amped up the smack talk this year. And my boss, Corky Fry, and my husband Tim, for the flexibility they have provided to me to be able to accomplish certain goals and to become a professional recreator. As I was trying to get my thoughts together for my speech, it gave me a chance to look back and think about when I started playing sports, why I started playing sports, and recalling the people who influenced me. As with probably many of you, there was no great plan, just the love of the sport. I enjoyed just about any sport with a racket or a paddle. The first was ping pong in our family's basement. My sister Michelle and I would spend hours playing ping pong marathons. I'm sure those record books are still someplace, not that I'm competitive or anything, but we did keep track. Then came tennis, then racquetball, then platform tennis, then pickleball. I grew up in Jamestown, New York. I got introduced to tennis while I was in 5th or 6th grade. My Uncle John was a very good local tennis player, and we would go watch him play at the local courts in leagues and tournaments. Tennis for certain kids was growing up playing at country clubs. When I think back at that time, tennis, as golf, was considered a country club sport. And my parents worked very hard. It's not that we didn't grow up with any money, but they didn't feel that that was an expense they could incur. So my first racket was a $2.99 racket from Zayres. I don't know if anybody remembers Zayres up in Jamestown. But I would bring that racket to school and hit balls against the wall. My sister and our friend Amy and I would play in our neighborhood street. We would place a stick in the road for the net and hit balls with no lines. It was a little rough, but boy was it fun. As I got into 8th grade in the late 70s, a man named Ron Condio had a couple of daughters that played tennis, and he convinced, maybe with some help from Title IX, the Jamestown High School Board, to add girls' tennis to the high school sports teams. Very similar to what Coach Birch has done in Warren in the 90s. Just taking a bunch of athletic kids, no private lessons, no country club, just hitting thousands of balls. As I recall, I was only in 8th grade, so I was not eligible to play high school sports, but Coach Condio made me his manager so I could practice with them. As I got into high school, I totally fell in love with the game. No travel teams, but played in rec leagues and with my sister and friends. We rode our bikes about 3 miles to play on local tennis courts. And then one of the most wonderful things happened to an outdoor tennis player in the late 70s. The Billie Jean King Tennis Center opened in Lakewood, New York. This is now the current Lakewood Y. Wow, indoor tennis courts in the Snowbelt area of Western New York. This was huge. Question, how does a teenage girl with no money earn court time? Well, you work as a towel girl. You gather towels from the locker room, the courts, and the hot tub area, and you do the laundry. I love Jamestown High and the relationships I built playing tennis and also basketball. I then began playing USTA-sanctioned tournaments, acquiring regional rankings. Fast forward to 2012. Mary Conroe says to me one day at the Y, Marlene, you've got to try this new sport, it's called pickleball. I said, Mary, I don't need another racket sport. I was playing tennis 3 times a week, platform 3 times a week. Sometimes I would play them both on the same day. Well, for the past 10 years, it has been 100% pickleball. I started out at the Warren Y, then a friend, Tom Anderson, who ran the Lakewood Y, had it going on up there. The rest is history. But just like tennis, I love the friendships, the tournaments, and yes, the competition. Not that I'm competitive or anything, but, well, maybe a little bit. As my friend Paul Ignatius said one time, Marlene makes walking into a competition. In fact, I thought tonight was a competition. It was a competition to see who could bring the most people. I guess I won. Anyway, I am honored to be the first person inducted into the Hall of Fame recognized for pickleball. I am sure as the sport grows, there will be more to come. My main take from tennis and pickleball is the passion I have developed for the sports and the opportunity they have given me to pay it forward, giving back to the community, and help teach and train all ages of the game. I love raising money for charities through pickleball. From a teaching tennis pro at CVCC, teaching the youth, putting on tennis and pickleball clinics for all ages, setting up tournaments, etc., has been extremely rewarding, especially if there is some kind of improvement that you can see. You can see it in their face, you can see how happy they are. That is indeed very rewarding. Both tennis and pickleball, along with golf, are lifetime sports. I will put out an invitation to all of you. If you have a desire to learn more about pickleball, please contact me and I will do my best to help you. In fact, I brought some paddles and equipment with me. You can clear the tables and you can put out the plant. But lastly, I would like to thank God for blessing me not only with athletic skills, but also the health to continue at my age to compete at a high level, and also the many friends and relationships from sports I have developed over my lifetime. Thank you very much.